Sometimes I just want to be able to open Google, type in gaming news, and see something positive. But usually, especially as of recently, I have not seen anything positive come from going to Google and typing in gaming news. It's all doom and gloom because I guarantee you a lot of people are going to blame the pandemic for the booming in all of the tech industry and all of the gaming industry and especially the streaming industry because a lot of people actually turned to streaming during the pandemic to kind of find, a way to connect with people because you're kind of stuck in your apartment, your house, wherever. Anyways, today we're going to be talking about Twitch and what's going on over there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to mash that like button. Comment down below. What's your thoughts on all these companies in the tech, division of the world laying off all these people? And subscribe because it's free and it genuinely does help me out and help this channel out a lot. Anyways, let's go over to this article and let's check it out. Twitch today, and mind you, today is January 10th. Yeah, I pre-record videos, it's fine. Twitch confirms more than 500 people are being laid off despite earlier cuts. Our organization is still meaningfully larger than it needs to be. This will be Twitch's second large-scale layoff in less than a year after cutting more than 400 jobs in March 2023. And I hate to see it, but I definitely foresee many more to come, and it's sad. And as we read through, I'll put my 2 cents in and my thoughts. Who knows? I could be wrong, and I hope I am wrong because I don't like seeing people getting laid off, especially if it's their dream job, if it's what they'd love to do, if they're passionate about it. I feel people like that deserve to work with what they want to do. Twitch is now confirmed to a Bloomberg report of major layoffs at the company, saying that more than 500 people, roughly a third of its total workforce, are being let go. A third. Oh my God. That is so many. Over the last year, we've been working to build a more sustainable business so that Twitch can be here for the long run. And throughout the year, we have cut costs and made many decisions to be more efficient, says CEO Dan Clancy. I will admit, I do kind of like the Dan Clancy fellow because at the end of the day, he's actually communicated more than any other executive over at Twitch. You have to admit that. He has actually communicated. Dan Clancy wrote in a message to employees that also shared publicly on Twitch's blog. Unfortunately, despite these efforts, it has become clear that our organization is still meaningfully larger than it needs to be given the size of our business. I think a lot of this is due to the fact that they're no longer the only kids on the block. One, you have other streaming services out there that are kind of giving Twitch a run for its money. You got Kick. You got YouTube. You got, I think it's Rumble. I don't know. I don't really mess around on Rumble. I haven't really looked into Rumble, so I have no idea. But I'm telling you, the two ones that I see most of is Kick and YouTube. And YouTube, by the way, is the one I mostly stream on. I play my games, and I really, enjoy connecting with you guys. Last year, we paid over $1 billion to streamers. Which is a lot of money, considering they are actually owned by Amazon. We'll get to that later on. So while the Twitch business remains strong for some time now, the organization has been sized based upon where we optimistically expect our business to be in 3 or more years, not where we are today. As with many other companies in the tech space, we are now sizing our organization based upon the current scale of our business and conservative predictions of how we expect to grow in the future. All right, Dan. He's saying this because this right here is what he thinks they are going to scale to. And I think that he is afraid they're going to lose the foothold of being the number one streaming service within the next 3 years, which I 100% agree. Because right now, the surgence of Kick definitely puts a fear into Twitch, because guess what? Kick, bro, Kick right now is like Twitch was 5, 6 years ago. It's like the Wild West. No, don't get me wrong. They're starting to reel in some of the people that are, doing the extreme things over there on Kick. But you don't get banned. You haven't been getting the ban hammer like you do on Twitch. You don't get the DMCA strikes like you do on Twitch. Like, all those are coming. Don't get me wrong, because I think that all that's going to come in time when it comes to Kick. But right now, Twitch is trying to downsize so that they can appeal to the mother company, aka Amazon. All right, let's keep on going. Clancy said just over 500 people across Twitch are being put out of work, which is sad. It really is. It genuinely is. The news comes just 2 days after gaming engine Unity announces its layoff of 25% of its employees and a company reset. We already discussed that. Go check out my last video where we actually talked about it. I think it's either the video before this or the 2 videos ago. And follows a year of large-scale layoffs across the games and tech sector that has affected tens of thousands of workers, which it sucks. It really does. Don't get me wrong. I feel like I said, it was just the pandemic really forced people to go home and forced people to stay in their homes. And it sucked because you know what you really missed out on? You missed out on interactions and, talking to people. And gaming really brought a lot of people to, together. It really did. And it brought a lot of people to streaming services such as Twitch and YouTube. And Kick, like I said, it's only been around for about a year, to get that interaction. Because how many people before 2020 even knew what Kick was? How many people before 2020 were actually out there looking to interact with other people online, let alone watch somebody play a video game? There wasn't many people. And it sucks because now people are starting to look at the projections. People are starting to not play as many games. People are finally basically back to normal for the most part. And that's what's impacting a lot of these companies. It just sucks. Twitch's parent company laid off 180 workers from Amazon Games in November, which Amazon Games, I've only seen one game from them thus far, and I'm just like, I'm not much of an MMORPG guy. A relatively small number compared to the 27,000 employees it cut earlier in 2023. I didn't even hear about that. 23,000 is a lot. That mass layoff also dramatically impacted Twitch to the tune of 400 employees in March 2023. Just after longtime CEO Emmett Shear, which I'm going to ask you guys, before Dan Clancy took over, has anybody ever heard of Emmett Shear? I had no idea who he was, but come find out right here, departed the company after 16 years. How long of that 16 years was he the CEO? I don't know. That's the question. The layoffs haven't been the only sign of trouble for the Twitch platform. Just recently decided to pull out of South Korea over high network fees that forced it to operate in the country at a loss, which it does suck. And the biggest problem, especially with a cash cow like Twitch, is, okay, when you were the only one on the block, it was definitely something that you can say, hey, we're the only ones here. We're going to be turning a profit here soon. But now that you have competition, Kick, YouTube, Rumble, that's where you're going to run into issues. And especially trying to justify running at a loss and a significant deficit, and you're not gaining ground. You're actually losing ground now because you got people entering the fray. I don't I I would not be surprised if Amazon ends up spinning Twitch off as a their own entity here soon and be like, good luck, try to figure it out. Because if they keep running at a deficit like this, it's only a matter of time before Amazon ends up pulling the plug on them. And guess who's going to end up winning? Kick. And I would not be surprised that within the next 4 years, Kick ends up buying out Twitch and they merge into one. Market. I'm calling it now. Kick is going to buy out Twitch. They're going to merge and Kick will probably do away with it and Twitch will stay around. Because gambling money. I'm just throwing that out there. Despite the extent of the layoffs, Twitch streamers won't be impacted, Clancy said. The cuts will ensure that we can continue to serve our streamers sustainably without impacting their ability to support their careers on Twitch. I mean, it genuinely does suck that the Twitch employees are the ones getting hurt here. On top of that, you had the individuals that streamed in South Korea losing out as well. It's just one of those things, and like I said, it's just one of those things. It sucks. It genuinely does. All right, I just want to hear y'all, like, what's y'all's thoughts on Twitch? Like, do you think I'm right that Kick will buy them out and just merge, or do you think Amazon's going to cut them loose, let them do their own thing? Do you think that Amazon thinks Twitch is just too big to fail and that they're going to hold on to them? It genuinely makes me wonder where the gaming industry, the tech space, where all this is going to be within the next 5 years. There's massive layoffs. You got Twitch, you got Unity, Epic Games laid off a bunch of people. I feel like genuinely every time I type in gaming news into Google, it's another round of layoffs, and that there's nothing positive. There's nothing really to talk about. Like, give me something on GTA 6. Like, for God's sakes. I feel like every time I type in gaming news, it's just like mass round of layoffs. Or I could have went with the, hey, Matt Pat's retiring, which it's not a theory. It's real life, man. But anyways, you guys, hopefully you guys had a wonderful day. You guys are getting ready for the weekend. Hopefully, I'll see you guys on Saturday. I'm running subscriber games for the month of January 2024. Every Saturday, we're running at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Come on through. Come and hang out with me. Join the Discord. Interact with me. Let's have fun. And on top of that, I got a great community. You got everybody's welcome. We'll talk about Pokemon cards. We'll talk about anime, Funko Pops. It doesn't matter. Everybody's welcome. Let's just have a good time. Anyways, you guys, don't forget, mash that like button, subscribe, and I'll catch you later.